Dear students, the Cbse board has released a model question paper. So here we will solve the standard model question paper for term 2. And you have 14 questions. In section A, you have 6 questions, 2 marks each, and there is an internal choice in 2 questions. In section B, there are 4 questions of 3 marks each. There's an internal choice in 1 question, and in section C, there are 4 questions of 4 marks, and there is 1 internal choice, and then you have 2 case studies. Now this is the standard paper, and the board also has released the basic paper. So those of you who are attempting the standard paper, make sure that you also go through the basic model paper, because you have good number of questions. So make sure that you solve both the question papers, the standard as well as basic, so that it's going to be a good practice and it's going to help you do very well in the examination. Okay, so let's begin with the first question. Question 1, find the value of A25 minus A15 for the arithmetic progression 6, 9, 12, 15 and so on. So here we observe that the first element A is 6. The common difference D is 9 minus 6, which is 3. And we need A25 minus A15. We know that AN equals A plus N minus 1 into D. So here for the first case, N is 25. And for the next case, N is 15. So I have A25 minus A15 equals. So I'll write for A25, it is A plus 25 minus 1 into D minus A15 is again A plus 15 minus 1 into D. So you have A plus 24D minus A minus 14D. So A gets cancelled. 24 minus 14D is 10D. And what is D? D is 3. So it is 3 into 10. So D is 10, D is 3. So 3 into 10, which gives us 30. So the answer is 30. A25 minus A15, which is 30. Or there is an internal choice for question 1. The question states that if 7 times of the 7th term of an AP, let the 7th term of an AP be A7, and then the 5th term of an AP be A5. Now given 7 times of the 7th term, meaning I multiply 7 with A7, 5 times of the 5th term is 5 into A5, and what has been given, they both are equal, right? So then we have to find A12. So this is what has been given here. So again we know that AN equals A plus N minus 1 into D. So here in this case, N is equal to 7. So 7 into A plus 7 minus 1 is 6D equals 5 into A plus N minus 1. N is 5. So 5 minus 1 is 4D. So we have 7A plus 42D. So 7 into 6 is 42 equals 5A plus 20D. So bring both the terms to the other side. So you have 2A. 7A minus 5A is 2A equals, let me take 42D to the other side. So it becomes 20D minus 42D, which is minus 22D. So 2 11s are, so A equals minus 11D. So this is one expression what we have got, and we need to find A12. So what is A12? A12 is A plus 12 minus 1, which is 11D. I know that what is A? A is minus 11D. So substitute the value of A here. So I get minus 11D plus 11D. Both of them get cancelled. So the answer is 0. So A12 is 0. A very simple question. So let's move on to question 2. Find the value of M so that the quadratic equation mx into 5x minus 6 equals 0 has 2 equal roots. Now if the roots are equal, we know that the discriminant b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So let me multiply. You have m into 5x square minus 6mx equals 0. So what is A? A is coefficient of x square. So A is 5 into m. B is minus 6 into m. And what is C? C is 0. So C is 0. So B square, which is minus 6m the whole square, minus 4 into A into C, which is 0, must be equal to 0. So this is 0. So 36m square equals 0. So if 36m square is equal to 0, then m square is equal to 0, or m is equal to 0. So the answer is m equal to 0. A very simple question. Let's move on to question 3. Question 3 states that from a point P, there are two tangents PA and PB which are drawn to the circle C 0, R, right? So therefore the radius is R. So we have the radius of the circle which is equal to R, and given OP is equal to 2R, then we have to find what is angle APB. So what is this entire angle? So I need to find this entire angle APB. So we know that PA is a tangent and OA is the radius. So we know that the tangent and the radius are always perpendicular to each other. So this angle is 90 degrees. Let this angle, that is angle APO, be equal to theta. So let me consider this to be equal to theta here. Now if this is theta, then this also will be theta. This angle also will be theta, because we know that from a given point the tangents PA will be equal to PB. So PA is also equal to PB, we know that. So therefore the two angles are equal. So this is theta, this is also theta. And since this is 90 degrees, PO happens to be the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. So we can find the value by using sine theta. So what is sine theta? Sine theta equals, so remember the opposite side of triangle PAO. So we have taken the triangle PAO. So sine theta is opposite side, which is AO, divided by hypotenuse PO, which is R by 2R, which is 1 by 2. So since sine theta is 1 by 2, theta definitely is equal to 30 degrees. So this is 30, this is 30. So the entire angle APB is equal to 30 plus 30, which is equal to 60 degrees. So this entire angle is equal to 60 degrees. So this is 60 degrees. Now we need to find out what is the triangle. What kind of triangle is APB? Now this side is equal to this side, PA is equal to PB. So therefore we find that the angle, so angle PAB will also be equal to angle PBA, because these two are angles. So this is angle PAB, this whole angle, this angle is 90 degrees, which is PAO. So that should not be confused. So I need to find the angle PAB. So PAB is equal to angle PBA. Right, so this is already 60 degrees. So therefore angle PAB plus angle PBA is equal to 180 minus 60, which is 120. Now these two angles are equal, right? So let this angle be x, this also is x. So x plus x is 2x. So x is equal to 120 by 2, which is 60 degrees. So therefore all the angles of the triangle PAB is equal to 60 degrees. So all angles. So all angles of triangle PAB is equal to 60 degrees. So therefore PAB is an equilateral triangle. The curved surface area of a right circular cone is 12320 centimeters square. So the curved surface area of a cone, which is nothing but pi RL, equals 12320 centimeters square, and it's been given that the radius of its base is 56. So you have a circular cone, so the radius of the base is 56 centimeters, and we know that the curved surface area is pi RL, so substitute the value. So pi is 22 by 7, R is 56 into L, gives me 12320. So 7 8s are, so L equals 12320 divided by 22 into 8, we get the value as 70 centimeters, right? So L is 70 centimeters, so this is L, which is 70 centimeters. So what do we have to find? We need to find its height. So I need to find h. So what is h? This is r. So we can use Pythagoras theorem. L square equals h square plus r square. Or what is h square? It is L square minus r square, which implies h equals root of L square, 70 square minus 56 square. So h is equal to, so here 70 minus 56, so you have 70 square minus 56 square, so you can use a square minus b square formula. So I have 70 plus 56 into 70 minus 56. So this simplifies the whole calculation. So 70 plus 56 gives me 126 into 14. I need to find the square root. So find the prime factors of 126. So 126 2s are 63. Then you have 3s are 21. Divided by 7, you get 3. So you have 2 into 7 into 3 square. 14 is 2 into 7. So I have 2 square into 3 square into 7 square. So if I take all of them outside the root, I get the value of h as 2 into 3 into 7, which is 42 centimeters. So question 5, Mrs. Garg recorded the marks obtained by her students in the following table. She calculated the modal marks of the students of the class as 45. So the mode value is 45. While printing the data, a blank was left. So there is a blank left here. So this is the mark obtained. 0 to 20 is 5, 20 to 40 is 10, 40 to 60 is blank. So I have just given the variable as f. 60 to 80 is 6 and 80 to 100 is 3. Right? So we need to find the missing frequency. Now to find the missing frequency, first of all, we need to identify the modal class. Since mode is 45, the modal class happens to be 40 to 60, right? So this is the modal class. So modal class is 40 to 60. And what is the lower limit? L equals 40. What is h? The size of the class interval, which is 60 minus 40 equals 20. And what is the formula for mode? So formula for mode is L plus f1 minus f0 divided by 2f1 minus f0 minus f2 into h. Now what is f1, f0 and f2? So this becomes f1, that is the frequency of the modal class. The previous one is f0, the next one is f2. So I have L, which is 40, plus f1 is f minus 10 divided by 2f minus 10 minus 6 into 20. Alright, so this is mode, which is 45, of course. So let me take 40 to this side, to the left side. So it becomes 45 minus 40, which gives me 5. So let me write here 5 equals f minus 10 divided by 2f minus 16 into 20. So 5 4s are 20 here. So let me take the denominator to LHS. So we get 2f minus 16 equals 4 into f minus 10. So I get 4f minus 40. So observe, take 2f to RHS minus 40 to LHS. So you get 2f equals 40 minus 16. So 40 minus 16 will be 24. or f equals 24 by 2, which is 12. So the value of f, that is the missing data, is 12. So question 6, again there is an internal choice. If Ritu were younger by 5 years than what she really is, then the square of her age would have been 11 times more than 5 times her present age. What is her present age? So we need to analyze this problem correctly. So let the present age of Ritu be x years. So this is her present age. Now what has been given if Ritu were 5 years younger by 5 years? So if her present age is x, 5 years back, so 5 years ago, what will be Ritu's age? Ritu's age will be x minus 5 years, right? So if your age is 20, 5 years back your age would have been 15. So Ritu's present age is x, 5 years back her age is x minus 5. Very simple. Then the square of her age would have been, so square of her age, that means if she was x minus 5, the square of her age is x minus 5 whole square, would be 11 more than means 11 plus 5 times her present age. So her present age is x, 5 times present age is 5x, 5 into x, right? So very simple equation. So here let me apply a minus b the whole square. So x square minus 10x plus 25 equals 11 plus 5x. So we have x square minus 15x, right? 25 minus 11 is plus 14 equals 0, right? So observe that you have minus 15 here. Find two numbers such that when you multiply you get 14 and when you add them you get minus 15. So very simple. You need to add them, you need to get minus 15 here, and when you multiply you need to get 14. So it has to be minus 14 into minus 1. Multiply, you get 14. You add minus 14 and minus 1, you get minus 15. So split the middle term. So minus 15x is now written as minus 14x minus x plus 14 equals 0. So x into, take x common here, I get x minus 14. Minus 1 common, you get x minus 14 equals 0. So x minus 14 into x minus 1 equals 0. So x is 1 or x is 14. Now the present age of Ritu cannot be 1 because here we have considered her age 5 years ago. So x minus 5 will be negative. So x cannot be 1. So therefore the present age of Ritu is 14 years. So this is the answer. You have an internal choice for question 6. So we need to solve 9x square minus 6px plus p square minus q square equals 0. So very easy. Coefficient of x square is a. So a is 9. B is coefficient of x, which is minus 6p, and c equals p square minus q square. So we know the expression x equals minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So let me just substitute minus b. Minus of minus 6p is 6p plus or minus root of minus 6p the whole square minus 4 into a is 9 into c is p square minus q square divided by 2a. 2 into 9 is 18. So therefore we get 6p plus or minus root of minus 6p whole square is 36p square. 9 into 4 is 36. So this is 36. 36 into p square. That's minus 36 into p square. Minus into minus will be plus 36q square divided by 18. So 36p square and minus 36p square get cancelled. 36q square under root will give me 6q. So I have 6p plus or minus 6q divided by 18. So if I take 6 common, 6 3s are 18. So we are left with x equals p plus q by 3 and p minus q by 3. So very simple problem. So this completes section A, and we move on to section B, where you have 4 questions of 3 marks each with 1 internal choice. Question 7. Following is the distribution of the long jump competition in which 250 students participated. We need to find the median, right? So very simple question. So this is the data given here, and this is the frequency. Let's find the cumulative frequency. So I have 40. Next, 40 plus 80 is 120. 120 plus 62 is 182. 182 plus 38 is 220. And 220 plus 30 is 250. So given 250 students, finally we got 250 here. So n equals 250. N by 2 equals 250 by 2, which is 125. Right? So we have to observe that 125 is lying in this class interval 2 to 3. Right? So you have 125 which lies in this interval, that is from 121 to 182. It lies in this interval 2 to 3. Now what is the formula for median? To find the median, the formula is L plus N by 2 minus CF by F into H. Right? So now what is L? L is the lower limit of the class interval, that is the median class interval. L equals 2. H is of course 3 minus 2, which gives me 1. And then we have n by 2. So n by 2 is nothing but 125. So n by 2, which is 125. And then we have the cumulative frequency. The cumulative frequency of the previous one. So this is the median class. The cumulative frequency of the previous one is 120. So we have the frequency of the median class F, which is 62. So therefore the median equals 2 plus 125 minus 120 divided by 62 into H is 1. So you have 2 plus 5 by 62. Right? So which gives me 2 plus, if you do 5 by 62, you get it as 0.0806 if you calculate. So finally you have 2.0806 meters. So this is the median, what we have calculated. So the median value happens to be 2.0806 meters. Question 8 is a construction problem. So construct a pair of tangents to a circle of radius 4 centimeters which are inclined to each other at an angle 60 degrees. So make sure that you have all the geometric tools to do the construction, and I'll explain the process of construction roughly. So first of all, draw a circle of radius 4. So this is 4 centimeters. Let the center be O. With radius 4, draw a circle. So this is the first thing here. Next, we have to draw 2 tangents to this circle such that the angle between these 2 tangents is 60 degrees, right? So I have the 2 tangents here, and the angle between these 2 happens to be 60 degrees. And we know that, so if I join the center of the circle with the point where the tangent touches the circle, this angle is 90 degrees. This angle also is 90 degrees. All right. So now observe that if this is C and this is O, this happens to be a quadrilateral. And what is the angle O? Angle O will be 60 plus O, which is equal to 180 degrees, right? So you find that the opposite angles will be supplementary. So 60 plus angle O is 180 degrees. So angle O will be 120 degrees, right? So I need to find or construct 2 radii such that the angle between the 2 radii will be 120 degrees. So for that, what do? Draw a line. Draw a straight line. So when I draw a straight line passing through the center O, so what do I get? I get the diameter. So now we have to first find 120. So using a compass with center O, draw a semicircle, and with the same distance with center cut one arc and then cut one more arc. So let me repeat. So take your compass and with some distance, which is of course less than r, with some distance less than r, draw a semicircle. So when you draw a semicircle, the full angle is 180 degrees. With this as the center, cut an arc. With this as center, cut another arc. And the third arc will be here. So therefore, this angle will be 60, this angle will be 60. So if I join these two, O, and let this point be A, so this entire angle will be 120 degrees. So now extend this, and then you have to extend this. So this entire angle will be 120 degrees. So let this point be P and let this point be Q. Now this angle is 120 degrees, that is angle is 120 degrees, right? So now I have to draw two tangents such that they are at an angle 60 degrees. So what do I do here? So here again, draw a semicircle and cut two arcs. So you cut two arcs, so this angle will be 60, this angle will be 60. With this as the center, cut an arc. With this as the center, cut another arc. So I find that if I join Q with this, it's going to be 90 degrees. Alright. So similarly, with P as the center, draw a semicircle. With this point as the center, cut an arc. With this point as the center, cut another arc. With this as the center, cut an arc. With this point center, cut an arc. So you join this point with point P. So this again will be 90 degrees. So extend these two lines and let this intersect at a point. Let this point be, this is P, this is Q, let this point be R here. So now this angle will be 60 degrees, right? So here I've considered it as the point CAOB. So here it is R, Q, O and P. So what have we done? First, we drew a circle of radius 4 centimeters. Then I make sure that I construct two radii which are at an angle of 120 degrees each. And then I construct a tangent such that the tangent and the radii should be at an angle of 90 degrees. And here again I construct another tangent such that the tangent and the radii will be at an angle 90 degrees. You extend these two, they will intersect at a point R. And this angle PRQ will be 60 degrees. So this is how you construct a pair of tangents to a circle of radius 4 centimeters which are inclined to each other at an angle of 60 degrees. Question 9. The distribution given below shows the runs scored by batsmen in one-day cricket matches. Find the mean number of runs. A very simple problem. So now this is Fi. So let us find Xi. Xi happens to be the mid value of the class interval. 0 plus 40 by 2 is 20. So remember, since the size of the class interval is 40, you can add 40 to 20 to get the next one, which is 60. 60 plus 40 gives me 100. 100 plus 40 gives me 140. 140 plus 40 will give me 180. So let me find the mean by using direct method. So Xi into Fi. Very simple. So 12 into 20 is 240. 20 into 60 is 1200. 36 into 100 is 3600. 30 into 140 gives me 4200. And 23 into 180 is 4140. So find the summation Xi Fi. So when you add up all, you get 13280. And now if I add up the frequency, if I add up all, I get 120. So to find the mean, what is the formula? Mean is summation XI divided by summation Fi, which is 13280 divided by 120. So you get the value as 110.6667. Right? So this is the mean value. A very simple problem. Problem 10, there is an internal choice. Two vertical poles of different heights are standing 20 meters away from each other. So consider two vertical poles AB and CD, and they are of different heights and they are standing 20 meters away. So BD is 20 meters. The angle of elevation of the top of the first pole from the foot of the second pole. So here, if I find the angle of elevation from the top of the first to the foot of the second, it's been given as 60. And similarly, the angle of elevation of the top of the second pole to the foot of the first pole is 30 degrees. So we need to find the difference between the heights of the pole. That means I need to find AB, I need to find CD, and then find the difference AB minus CD. So very simple problem. So consider triangle ABD. So if I consider triangle ABD, so you have 60 degrees, angle D is 60 degrees. So what is tan 60? Tan 60 is opposite side, which is AB divided by the adjacent side BD. BD is 20 meters and we know that tan 60 is root 3. So root 3 equals AB divided by 20, or AB equals 20 into root 3 meters. So we have found out the value of AB. So it's been given that take root 3 as 1.73. So 20 into 1.73 meters. So the value of AB will be approximately equal to 34.6 meters. Similarly, to find CD, consider triangle BCD. So if I take tan 30 degrees at angle B, so it is opposite side CD divided by adjacent side BD. So we know that tan 30 is 1 by root 3 equals CD divided by BD, which is 20. Or what is CD? CD is 20 divided by root 3. So what is the value of CD? So if you find the value, that is 20 divided by 1.73, we get the value as 11.56 meters. Now we have to find the difference between AB and CD. So AB minus CD equals 34.6 minus 11.56. So the value is 23.039 meters, approximately 23.039 meters. So this is the difference between the heights of the poles which we had to find. Now there's an internal choice, so let's go to the next one. A boy 1.7 meter tall is standing on horizontal ground. So we have a boy CD and his height is 1.7 meters. He is 50 meters away from a building. So there's a building here. So let the building be AB. And given that he is 50 meters away from a building, so this distance is 50 meters. The angle of elevation of the top of the building from his eye. So let me draw a line parallel to BD. So if I draw a line, straight line from C, let it intersect AB at say B dash. And given that this angle is 60 degrees, we need to calculate the height of the building, right? So he is actually viewing the top of the building from a height of 1.7 meters. So this is 1.7 meters. So I need to find AB dash and then add AB dash with BB dash, which is 1.7, to get the total height. So now consider triangle ACB dash. Now this also is 50 meters. CB dash is also 50 meters. So therefore tan 60 degrees at C equals opposite side, which is AB dash divided by CB dash. So which is AB dash divided by 50. So what is AB dash? It is tan 60, which is root 3 into 50 equals AB dash. So again, assume that root 3 equals 1.73. So we get the value of AB dash equals 86.5 meters. And what is the height of the building? It is AB dash plus B dash B, which is 86.5 plus 1.7 meters, which will give a value 88.2 meters. So the height of the building is 88.2 meters. A very simple problem. Question 11. The internal and external radii of a spherical shell are 3 centimeters and 5 centimeters respectively. So you have a spherical shell. The internal radius is 3 centimeters and then the external is 5 centimeters. So you have a spherical shell. So inside is hollow. So therefore I need to find the volume of this spherical shell. It is melted and recast into a solid cylinder of diameter. So you have a solid cylinder. Diameter is 14 centimeters. So the radius R will be 14 by 2, which is 7 centimeters. So we need to find the height of the cylinder. So to find the height of the cylinder, we have to equate the volume. So the volume of this spherical shell has to be equal to the volume of the cylinder. So therefore, let's consider the volume of the spherical shell. So the volume of the spherical shell will be 4 by 3 pi r1 cube, where r1 is the external radii, which is 5, minus 4 by 3 pi r2 cube, which is the radius of the inner spherical. So therefore, if I take the difference, I'll get the volume of the spherical shell. So R1 is the outer radii, R2 is the inner radii, and this volume has to be equal to the volume of the cylinder, which is pi r square h. So let me call this as R3, where R3 is 7 centimeters. Now from these two, I have 4 by 3 common. So I'm equating these two. R1 cube minus R2 cube. Now what is R1? R1 is 5. 5 cube is 125 minus 3 cube. 3 cube is 27 equals pi R3 square, which is 7 into 7 into h. So pi gets cancelled. So you have 4 by 3 into 125 minus 27. We get the value as 98 equals 7 into 7 into h. So you have 7 1s are 28 4s are, so you get 14. Again 7 2s are 14. So h is 8 by 3. So the value of h equals 8 by 3 centimeters, or it is 2.66 centimeters. So after you find this, we have to find the total surface area of the cylinder. The total surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r into r plus h. So we know this formula, which is 2 into pi, which is 22 by 7, into r is 7, r plus h, 7 plus 2.66. So 7 gets cancelled. So we get 22 into 2 is 44. So you have 44 into 9.66. Right? So the total surface area will be 425.33 centimeters square. Question 12. Again, there's an internal choice. 2 easy questions. Prove that the angle between the two tangents drawn from an external point to the circle is supplementary to the angle subtended by the line segment joining the point of contact to the center. So what do we have to prove? So there is a circle and you have a point P. You have two tangents. Let this be A and let this be B. You have the center O. So I have OA and OB, which happen to be the radii. Let this angle be theta 1 and let this angle be theta 2. Now we have to prove that theta 1 plus theta 2 equals 180 degrees. So they are supplementary. Now how do I prove that? It's very easy. So this is a tangent PA. So make sure that you write the steps in the examination. So a tangent and the radii are always at 90 degrees. Tangent and radii are always at 90 degrees. Sum of all angles of this quadrilateral APBO is 360 degrees. So angle A plus angle P plus angle B plus angle O equals 360 degrees. So A plus B, A and B are 90. So 90 plus P plus 90 plus O equals 360 degrees. So you have angle P, which is theta 1, and then you have angle O, which is theta 2, equals 360 minus 180, which is 180 degrees, right? So we have proved that they are supplementary, right? So theta 1 plus theta 2 equals 180 degrees. So this is the proof, very easy one. So you have another internal choice. Two tangents TP and TQ are drawn to a circle with center O from an external point T. Now we have to prove that angle PTQ equals twice angle OPQ, right? So given that these two are tangents, so therefore the two tangents will be equal, right? So PT is equal to PT will be equal to TQ. So the two tangents are equal. Now we have to prove that PTQ, so this angle, so if this angle is 2 theta, then angle OPQ will be theta. So this angle will be theta. That means this angle is twice the angle OPQ. Now we know that PT is equal to TQ. So therefore the angles opposite to equal sides are also equal in a triangle, right? So therefore this angle will also be equal to this angle. So let this be X and let this be X. So I have angle TPQ equals angle TQP equal to X. So now in this also we know that angle TPO equals 90 degrees. So this entire angle is also equal to 90 degrees. Because the tangent and the radii are always perpendicular to each other, so TPO is equal to 90 degrees. They are perpendicular. So therefore, what is OPQ? OPQ, angle OPQ is 90 degrees minus X. Now let me consider the triangle TPQ. So we have the sum of all the three angles equal to 180 degrees, isn't it? So therefore, I have angle PTQ plus angle TPQ, which is X, plus angle TQP, which is also X, equal to 180 degrees. So I have angle PTQ plus 2X equals 180 degrees. So from this expression, what is X? X is, if I take X to LHS and bring this angle here, you get 90 degrees minus angle OPQ. So this is X. So let me put the value of X here. So angle PTQ plus 2 into X is 90 minus angle OPQ equals 180 degrees. So angle PTQ plus 2 into 90 is 180. Minus 2 into angle OPQ equals 180 degrees. So 180 gets cancelled. You take minus 2 OPQ to the other side. So you get angle PTQ equals twice angle OPQ. And this is the required result. So we have proved that this angle, that is PTQ, is twice angle OPQ. So if this is theta, this is going to be 2 theta. So question 13 and 14 are two case study problems, very simple. So you have a guard stationed at the top of a 240-meter tower. So what is required is what I'll be reading. So you have a tower which is of height 240 meters. There is an unidentified boat. A clinometer or an inclinometer is an instrument used for measuring angles or slopes. The guard used the clinometer to measure the angle of depression of the boat coming towards the lighthouse and found it to be equal to 30 degrees. So there's a boat here. So let the boat be at sea. So he measured the angle of depression. So this angle happens to be 30 degrees. Question 1. Make a label figure on the basis of the given information and calculate the distance of the boat from the foot of the observation tower. So we need to find the distance BC. And we also need to draw this diagram, which we have already done. So if this is 30, this also will be 30 degrees. Right? So now I need to find BC. So consider triangle ABC. So therefore, tan 30 degrees is AB by BC. So therefore, what is BC? It's very easy to find BC. BC is, so I take BC here, it is AB, which is 240 divided by tan 30. Tan 30 is nothing but 1 by root 3. So it is 240 into root 3 meters. So we'll keep the value of BC as it is. After 10 minutes, the guard observed that the boat was approaching the tower and its distance from the tower is reduced by 240 into root 3 minus 1 meters. So what happens after 10 minutes? He observes that the boat is here and the distance has reduced by how much? This distance happens to be 240 into root 3 minus 1 meters. So CC dash is 240 into root 3 minus 1 meters. He immediately raised an alarm. What is the new angle of depression? So now I have this angle and I need to find this distance for the second one. So what is C dash B? It is definitely CB minus CC dash. So what is CB? So BC is 240 into root 3 minus CC dash. So let me remove the brackets. I get 240 into root 3. 240 into root 3 here with a negative sign. And then you have 240 plus 240. So remember I have minus. So it is minus of 240 into root 3 minus 1. Right? So when I remove the brackets, the sign changes. So minus 240 into root 3 minus 240 into minus 1, which is plus 240. So I can cancel these two. So you get 240 meters. So this distance is 240 meters. So what is this angle? This angle will be 45 degrees, isn't it? 240 and 240. So let me find what is tan C dash. So this is C dash. It is opposite side AB divided by BC dash, which is 240 by 240 equals 1. So tan C dash equals 1. So C dash equals 45 degrees, right? So when you know that both the distances are the same, so we can clearly make out that this angle is 45. If this angle is 45, this angle of depression will also be 45 degrees. So very simple problem. So question 14 is the second case study. So given that push-ups are fast and effective exercise for building strength, etc., etc. So let's go to the next paragraph. Nitish wants to participate in the push-up challenge. He can currently make 3,000 push-ups in 1 hour, but he wants to achieve a target of 3,900 push-ups in 1 hour. So initially he can do 3,000 push-ups. And what does he want to achieve? He wants to achieve 3,900. Right? So he regularly practice, and then with each day of practice he is able to do 5 more push-ups. So if A is 3,000, I want AN, which is 3,900, the final, so 3,900 has to be the final number of push-ups which Nitish can do in 1 hour. And every day when he practices, the number of push-ups what he does increases by 5. So D happens to be 5 here. So let us find out what is N. So how many days are required? So we know that AN equals A plus N minus 1 into D. So 3,900 equals 3,000 plus N minus 1 into 5. Right? So you get 3,000 plus 5N minus 5. So you get 2,995 plus 5N. and here you have 3900. So take this to the side, to the other side. So it is 3900 minus 2995. So you get 905 equals 5n. So n equals 905 by 5, which is 181. So therefore, he needs 181 days. So 181th day, he will be able to achieve 3900. So what is question 1? Form an arithmetic progression representing the number of push-ups per day, and hence find the minimum number of days he needs to practice before the day his goal is accomplished. So this is important. So day 1 it is 3000, next it's going to be 3005, and then so on. Then finally it is 3900. So he achieves 3900 on the 181st day. So 181st day he achieves 3900. So here what is required? Find the minimum number of days he needs to practice before the day his goal is accomplished. So a day before is going to be n minus 1, which is 180 days. So therefore the number of days, so one day before he achieves 3900 is going to be 180. So it's going to be 180 days. So this is a small trick here. So you have to be careful and read the question correctly. So how many days are required such that it's going to be one day before 3900 is going to be 180 days. Next. So this is the answer for the first one. The second one, find the total number of push-ups performed by Nitish up to the day his goal is achieved. Up to the day means up to n equal to 181. So we have Sn equals n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So this is a straightforward problem. 181 by 2 into 2a, 2 into 3000 plus n minus 1. 181 minus 1 is 180 into 5. So if you perform the calculation, you get the value of Sn as 6,24,450 push-ups. So in 181 days, he would have done 6,24,450 push-ups. So very simple problem here. Only thing is you have to read the question carefully, because what has been asked is one day before he reaches 3900, which is going to be 180 days. So this completes the entire standard paper. So make sure that you also go through the basic paper, which I'll be uploading very shortly, the entire solution. So do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and press the bell icon to get notifications of all the further uploads. And thanks for watching.